Welcome to the Deep Dive into Success podcast. Jason and Rebecca are ready to fuel your next move. Every insight here is a spark. Ignite change. Seize the moment. Take action today and shape your tomorrow. Check us out by listening. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe to receive notifications when new content is available.
Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into, well, personal mastery.
That's right. The mission really is how you can maximize your own power, your personal power, and find a bit more harmony in life.
And that means winning that daily fight for mental energy, right?
Absolutely. And we're looking at a tool that's honestly indispensable for this. The circles of concern and influence, the model Stephen Covey made famous.
Right, the two circles.
Yeah, and it's less about time management, more about managing your attention.
Okay.
The core idea, the thing the sources really hammer home is that, well, most of us, we tend to pour our energy, our finite mental energy, into that huge, draining circle of concern.
All the stuff we worry about.
Exactly. Stuff we worry about, but, can't really change. Global events, politics, what someone else did.
Got it. And the secret then is?
The secret is being, frankly, ruthless about shifting that energy, moving it away from concern.
And putting it where?
Into the circle of influence. It's smaller, yeah, but it's where your power actually lies. It's potent.
Okay, let's dig into that circle of concern first. The drain, as you called it.
Right. So it's all those things you have basically zero direct control over. News headlines, things you regret from the past, other people's decisions.
But why do we get stuck there? It feels counterintuitive.
Well, psychologically, it can actually feel kind of comfortable, or at least familiar.
Comfortable? How so?
Because when you're stuck in concern, you tend to use what the sources call reactive language.
Like, if only.
Exactly. If only this hadn't happened, or they really should do something about that kind of talk.
Yeah.
It feel like you're engaging with the problem, but it actually just shifts responsibility away from you. It reinforces that feeling of helplessness.
So worrying feels like doing something, but it achieves nothing.
Pretty much. It's just energy spinning its wheels. The only real result is, chronic anxiety.
Stress, that inefficiency. There was that commuter example, right? Mark.
Oh, yeah. Mark the complaining commuter. Perfect illustration. Spends his whole 45-minute train journey just stewing.
About delays, crowded trains, things totally outside his control.
Totally. Squarely in the circle of concern. And he lets it dictate his entire mood, his energy, before the workday even starts.
Oof. Okay, so contrast that with the other circle, the power center.
Right, the circle of influence. This is everything you can directly affect.
Like what specifically?
Your own effort, your attitude, crucially, and your immediate actions. This is where you step up and become proactive.
Proactive, so the language changes too.
Completely. Instead of if only, it's I can or I choose to, it's about agency.
And the interesting part is, this circle isn't static, it can grow.
That's a key point. When you consistently operate from your circle of influence, when you focus on what you can do, and you do it well,
People notice.
Your competence grows, your resilience shows, and yes, your actual influence starts to expand. It touches bigger parts of your life, your work.
Which brings us to Lisa, the other commuter.
Lisa, the proactive commuter. Same situation, same delayed train, but her response is totally different.
She can't change the delay.
Nope, that's concern. But she chooses how she uses that time, learns a language on an app, does a mindfulness exercise, listens to something useful.
She changes her experience of the commute.
Exactly. She uses her internal power, her choice, focuses on an achievable internal process, and arrives calm, maybe even energized. She gained momentum, not frustration.
That difference is huge. So, okay, the big question. How do we actually make that shift? How do we stop being Mark and become more like Lisa? We need a strategy, right?
We do. And the first tactic is a really practical one. It's like a mental filter. The I choose filter.
Okay, how does that work when, say, stress hits?
You pause. You ask yourself two things. First, can I directly change this core problem?
If the answer is no,
then it's firmly in the circle of concern. So the second question becomes, okay, what can I choose about my response? What action is within my control?
So it redirects the panic.
Into productive action, yeah. Like the example of a budget cut at work. You can't uncut the budget. That's concern. But you can choose to communicate clearly about it. You can choose how to strategically reallocate the resources you do still have. That's influence.
Taking control of your immediate domain. Okay, that makes sense. And the second tactic involved mindfulness.
Yes, but maybe not in the way people usually think about it, like just for relaxation.
How then?
The sources frame it as the ultimate bodyguard for the border of your circle of influence.
A bodyguard. Guarding the border. What does that protect you from?
It protects you from mental time travel, essentially, getting dragged into the past with regret or flung into the future with worry.
Because both regret and worry are outside your immediate influence.
Exactly. They live in the circle of concern. So, a mindful pause, just noticing your thoughts drifting there.
Lets you pull them back.
It lets you reclaim that energy. It anchors you back into the present moment, the only place you actually have influence and can take action. It's an active choice to keep your power right here, right now.
So wrapping this up, the real payoff here isn't about changing the world outside.
No, not directly. The world's going to keep being chaotic, right?
Right.
The payoff is realizing this whole model, this shift, is a commitment to, well, self-empowerment. It's about building an internal fortress.
A fortress of control, you mean?
Exactly. An internal stability, a core of control that the external chaos just bounces off. It can't penetrate it. You achieve harmony from the inside out.
Okay, so the final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah, here's something to really chew on. If you did a quick mental inventory right now or later today, and maybe you found, say, 80% of your mental energy is caught up in that circle of concern.
Worrying about things you can't change.
Yeah. What are maybe 3 small, controllable daily actions you could start doing? Things related to your health, maybe learning a skill, or even just how you interact in your relationships.
Actions firmly in your circle of influence.
Absolutely. What 3 daily disciplines could you start today to intentionally begin laying the bricks for that internal fortress? What are those first 3 bricks for you?
Thanks for diving deep with us on this episode of the Deep Dive into Thriving Successfully. We hope you found a quick hack to take action on today. If this episode moved the needle for you, please take 1 second to hit that follow or subscribe button on your favorite podcast platform. It helps us reach more people who want to start thriving. Our content is 100% based on listener requests. We want to cover the topics you struggle with. Drop your episode suggestions in the comments or send us an email directly at deepdive@lfeg.info. And the best way you can help us is to share this episode with a friend or colleague you care about. Let's build a thriving community together. Until the next dive, keep crushing your goals.